Hello everyone, James Wedmore here with VideoTrafficAcademy.com doing a very special, very special post and video for you. I'm joined with a special guest, Scott Colby of theabsexpert.com, and he is a member of Video Traffic Academy, and he is, a YouTube rock star on there, creating some awesome content. And we're doing a special video because if you guys haven't been following Colby, you're going to, but he recently had a little incident where YouTube came down with that fist of fury and terminated his account. And so what we want to do here is I'm going to have Scott walk you through kind of what happened and then what he did in order to get his account reactivated. It's kind of been a little bit of a plague. I see that YouTube is making a big shift to be more of a professional, higher quality content. They're trying to get rid of people that are spamming and doing, copyrighted material. So they're kind of, without looking, just saying goodbye to a lot of people. And Scott fell victim to this, but he produces videos of super high quality value to his end users, to his audience. So he was able, through a few things that we're going to share with you today, get his account reinstated. So first of all, Scott, how are you? Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, doing well, James. Thanks for having me, and hopefully I can provide some good information in case this happens to anybody else.
Yeah, and I know you will, because he already told me the steps, guys, and I think this is brilliant. This is awesome. So first, what I want you to do is, guys, you can find his stuff at youtube.com/Scott Colby, and we'll have the link below for you guys. And he's theabsexpert.com, and it is theabsexpert.com if you guys are looking to get a nice little six-pack there. Definitely check it out because his stuff is awesome. So, Scott, first take a second and kind of take us through what happened, like the experience, or how long you've been doing this YouTube game, the results you had, and then just what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I've been doing YouTube videos since, I think, my channel began in August of 2006, so I have over 200 videos on there, and they're mainly just workout videos that I produce for people and get a lot of channel views, and those are increasing due to Video Traffic Academy.
Tell us what happened, though. So you kind of woke up one morning and your account was gone?
Yeah, almost. So, because I was a member of Video Traffic Academy, I've been getting my act in gear and trying to upload a new workout every week. And so it was a Tuesday, and I uploaded a workout video. And a few hours later, my account was gone. I got an email from YouTube saying that the video violated something. They didn't really say specifically what. And then my account was actually banned like right after that. I didn't have a chance to remove the video or anything.
So yeah, what was like the first thing that you did?
The first thing I did, besides panic, was well, I think I told the the Video Traffic Academy, the group, the Facebook group, on what had happened, and just to kind of get their support. But kind of one of the first things that Dave Jenians and ProBlogger did, they wrote a blog post, which was like this open letter to YouTube. And the way Darren was the first one who wrote it, he made it like as a love letter, like, "Hey YouTube, thought we had a good relationship. Why'd you break up with me?" and all that sort of stuff. So I made a blog post. I was like, I got to write this whole thing and rather do videos than write an article. But so I took the time that evening to write this, really, I guess, heartfelt blog post, open letter to YouTube type of thing. And then what I did was I sent that blog post out everywhere I could. So I have a pretty big email list. I have, 25, 30,000 people. So I sent them my blog post, put it on Facebook, of course, put it on the Video Traffic Academy Facebook private group, Twitter, LinkedIn, and all that. And so I was able to generate about 200 comments on that, because I said, hey, especially my loyal fans, I'm like, I've had a good time putting together these free workout videos for you, but now I can't. YouTube's taken my channel away. Could you please go to this blog post and comment on that, why you want my channel back?
And I think that's huge because, you know, if YouTube sees that, they see that you have real fans that are coming to YouTube just to see your stuff, and they're there to support you. And, you know, proves that you're not just some spammer or scammer putting up crappy content. So
yeah,
I like that.
And then the second main step that I did, and it's something that, so Darren, the pro blogger guy, he, I think just from his blog post, he got his account restored. But he's, you know, he's big time.
Yeah.
Jenians, you know, he had to do one step further. He actually created a press release, an online press release through prweb.com. And so I did that. I haven't written a press release in, you know, a couple of years, so I'm kind of out of practice with that. So I went to prweb.com. I was like, gosh, there's like 4 different packages you could buy. I was like, which one do I want to spend some big bucks on this? And I decided yes.
Right.
So on PRWeb, I, you know, ended up purchasing their second most expensive package. It was a couple $100. But I was like, it's going to get out everywhere.
And that's part of what it does, is it syndicates it more.
Yeah, it syndicates it more.
Okay.
Yeah.
And can you talk a little bit about, I know for everyone we'll include a link to the actual blog post that Scott wrote on his blog, but can you just detail a little bit about the angle you took for the press release and what you included with that?
So the angle I took was, you know, my headline was something like YouTube bans one of America's top bloggers or something like that. And I, you know, I modeled it after Dave Jenians, so I want to give him credit.
Yeah.
And then just within the body of the press release itself, I kind of said how long I had been on YouTube and then been putting up free videos for the last 5 years with no problem, and then all of a sudden my account was banned. And I linked to my blog post, my open letter to YouTube, that at that point it had like 160 comments. The other thing I did was I linked to Dave Jenians' open letter to YouTube and Pro Blogger's open letter to YouTube. I thought this was important to let people know mistakes have happened in the past, and these people have had their YouTube accounts restored. The other thing was when Darren Rouse got his account terminated and then reactivated, some official from like YouTube or Google made a statement that sometimes we do make mistakes, and then that when we do, we try to rectify them as soon as possible. So I included that quote in my press release, and I think that was very important too. Once I did that, I got mine approved pretty quickly, and then it went out. It went out like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then 7 hours later, my account was back. And knowing what happened to Dave, when Dave got his account back, he said, "You don't get any notification from YouTube. You just kind of have to keep checking your channel." So I was just check my channel every couple of hours, and 7 hours after it went out, it got back. I was like, "Is this for real here?" I was like going to different browsers to make sure it was actually back. And now that video that was in question was gone. It was not there anymore, which was my most recent video.
Right.
But everything else was back, and the videos were able to be seen on my blog and all that. So I was,
you just uploaded your first video since you've been back this last week. Is that correct? Yeah. Well, I uploaded
I copied Dave Jenians, because when he got his account back, he uploaded like a thank you to my supporters, thank you to YouTube. So I did that right after that. But then, this past week, actually yesterday, was the first workout video that I've uploaded since then. I was like shaking as I pressed the upload button.
Yeah, I get that. So, but so far so good. No problem.
Now, I do have a theory why my video may have been banned. I don't know if you want me to theorize.
Yeah, no, I mean it's always good to help with preventative maintenance. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, as funny as this may sound, my theory was that I used the word weird in the headline of the video, and the reason I think that may have flagged something was, I'm in the fitness industry, and a couple of years ago, all the people doing like Google AdWords in the
Right.
fitness industry got banned because there's a lot of, well, not to get too involved, but there's a lot of a couple of years ago, there's been a lot of like fake blogs promoting acai berry to lose weight,
Right.
and Google just decided we're going to ban everybody. Even if you have a legitimate fitness product, you're not going to be able to run ads anymore.
Wow.
And so one of the headlines that a lot of people were using, like one weird tip for a flat belly, something like that.
Sure.
So I think, like, I used the word weird. I said 7 weird abs exercises to lose stomach fat. I didn't think that calling a video like that would make my video align with some of these bad, I guess, blogs and stuff. But what I learned with like Darren Rouse and Dave Jenians was, both of their accounts were banned off of like new videos. So like if you type weird in YouTube, there's tons of videos that use weird, but these were like ones that were uploaded a long time ago.
Sure.
And their accounts got banned with like the title "How to Make Money Online." And I guess you're not allowed to do that anymore. So that's why I'm thinking. And so they got banned from like a new video. I got banned from a new video, and I'm guessing maybe the word weird triggered it. As funny as that sounds.
Wow.
I can't think of anything else. So
that's very fascinating, and I appreciate that insight. Because I've definitely seen all those ads, like one weird trick to lose belly fat. So that's great, man. So I appreciate all this. I just want to recap because I wrote everything down. You also mentioned, you didn't mention, but we talked earlier that you did contact YouTube directly. Now that whether or not that had any effect on it, we can't really prove. But you just sent a basic message back to them.
Yeah, basically, so when my account was banned, I got an email, and it basically says, this video has violated our terms and services.
Yeah.
And it says, if you want to dispute this, there's a link, and the link, you click on it, just takes you to a form. But just based on, doing research and trying to figure out how other people have handled this, you submit the form, but you never really hear back. I mean, it's like they're such a big company, and
so I would recommend for those people that that's the first place to start is when you get the email. Heaven forbid that this were to happen to you, and that's why you're listening to this interview. That you do reply back. But I think another thing to look at what Scott has done here is that he didn't badmouth YouTube. He didn't say, "Why the hell did you deactivate my account? What's wrong with you? I have good stuff," and blah blah blah. Like. He's just sitting there being patient, saying, hey, we all make mistakes. Let me know what I did wrong, and if there's something I can do, I'll do it. So we started with contacting YouTube, then he created a blog post, and then not just creating the blog post, but make sure that everyone knows about the blog post. Get your subscribers and your list, your followers to comment on that blog. Show examples of how you're delivering true, real value, and then create a press release, and don't be hesitant to splurge a little bit on that and buy a bigger package to get it out there, because I think that is important. And he also made it newsworthy, and that's really important with the press release. So video blogger gets gets banned by YouTube. That's a headline. Make it newsworthy like Scott did. So I think that's awesome. And this happens, but the lesson is that your entire business can't just be YouTube. You can't put all your eggs in one basket, because we don't own YouTube, and then tomorrow they could decide they don't want anyone but people with like real traditional media like Disney Channel and ABC and NBC, and everyone else is gone. They could decide that tomorrow, and we'd all be disappeared. But that's great, Scott, and I appreciate you sharing that so openly. And I hope for those that are listening who have had their account, heaven forbid, disabled, are able to take action on this to get their account reinstored. So you guys can check out Scott's reinstated channel over at youtube.com/Scott Colby, and I'll have a link for that as well. And then the absexpert.com is his website to go ahead and sign up there, get his emails and awesome weight loss and chiseling ab strategies there. So, all right, everyone, you heard it here. Thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon.